So I would love to hear that point of view, because we are hearing different points of view from different organizations. So I'd love to hear that.
Yeah. So, we are a nonprofit that tries to give grants and get donors. So the easier, the streamline for anybody to donate is extremely important. And so pressing a button and not being able to press the button because the size of the icon isn't large enough is probably the most frustrating thing ever. And even for me, like if I was trying to go and donate to charity water, or I want to donate to the Humane Society, I can't press that button sometimes, and then I'll stop donating and like, okay, I'm going back to my Instagram or whatever. So it's really important for me to have visual clear buttons to live my daily life and to give back, which I think is super important during these times.
That's great. Yeah. So actually, yeah. So you're saying like web accessibility is actually a way to donate, like it helps people donate and therefore improve and continue giving back to the community. That's wonderful. I haven't had that answer yet, so that's really cool. Great. So is there anything about the service itself that you maybe like to comment on? Because it is, so we did speak about this a little bit through email about how we are doing an awareness campaign for web accessibility. Our conversations that we're having are not about accessiBe per se, but it's always great to have that point of view. So we can definitely wrap it up in a minute or two. I'd just like to hear if you have anything more you'd like to add about the service itself.
I think it's great. I think that the one thing that people don't understand is that there are so many aspects to accessiBe that it's not just, touch size. It's not just clicking through things. It's not visibility, and it's memory as well. And I don't think people understand the full spectrum of how you guys are impacting and helping everybody. Because when I first started looking into accessible websites, like a couple of years ago, I didn't realize that there were standards, and there are like legal standards that people need to live up to on websites, and the reasons why. So just like I think it's important, like if there was a infographic that, and maybe I just haven't seen it yet, but that dictates what you guys are giving to people, because some individuals don't realize that when you're typing, like you need to fill out a form, and there's it says name, and then you click on it to type in your name, but then the name part disappears. So like I think that what accessiBe does is like pops it back up. So because sometimes with people with memory issues, they forget about what they were supposed to fill into that part of the form, so then they stop. But yeah.
Wow, that's really great. That's really interesting. Yeah, it's definitely noticing those things, that because we do speak about kind of like, we say keyboard navigation and screen reader optimization and the interface that deals with session-based design related. But yes, there's so much more to it. That's a great example of one of the examples that we are. It's less brought up when we speak to people, kind of like the first time about accessiBe. So that's great.